Today, most of us upload videos on social media, either it's Facebook, YouTube, TikTok or some other platforms. And you've been doing it for a while, but you're wondering, how can I make the footage look better? In this video, I'm going to show you some methods you can use to take your footage or video to the next level. This video is going to be shot with an iPhone 16 Pro Max, but I also have a Samsung phone. You can use my methods in both phones and also if you have another brand. I'll be filming the whole video handheld without any accessories, any filters or anything. I just want to show you the area I'm at, because that's also a little tip that even you don't think there's not much to film, there's always something. Maybe not the best, but you can still make a nice cinematic video with some ambient music too. Before you start filming, there are a couple of things that you need to decide, and that is in the settings. I'm going to show you my settings for today, so let's jump in and take a look. I'm going to use slow motion, so I need to go into the phone and set up the correct settings. So let's jump in, and if we take a look on the top left corner first, you have HD and 30 FPS, that's frame per second, and I'm going to change those two. HD I'm going to turn up to 4K because we want the best resolution possible, and then the next one, because I want to have slow motion, I want to slow down the footage and I'm going to export it in 30 FPS. I'll take that up to 60 frames per second. And as you can see on the right side there, you got different options in the native app. You have the video, that's the one I'm going to use, make it as simple as possible if you're just starting. And below there you have cinematic, you have slow-mo and you have time-lapse. But for now I'm just going to use the video app, and maybe in a later video go to the other. This one, the first one, is a typical one. When I started, I did it all the time until I started learning a little bit about how to film. First method is typically filming from chest height or eye height, and as you can see here, it's boring, it's no details or anything. So let's change it up and see how this little boring thing here can be a little more detailed and interesting. Now I have gone down on my knees, put the camera low to the ground, and as you can see, the details is much more interesting and it's kind of having a soul comparing to the other footage. There are many movements you can use to create nice video shots, but my advice would be find 2, 3 or 4 movements, practice those and see how they pan out in the video clips, so you know what you're doing when you're out in the real life before you end up slowing it down in post-edit. But that's more advanced. I'll make some videos about post-editing and stuff like that later on. We can start with the one movement, that's push. You go toward an object, or the opposite way, you pull away. And then you have the pan movement, you pan from one side to the other side or the opposite way. Or you have, for instance, you can do a twist with a pull, or the opposite way, twist with a push towards an object. So the most important thing when you are practicing the movements is don't do like this. Keep a steady pace on your movement when you are filming. Practice the movements and your video clips will look fantastic. That's not the way to do it. You can still get everything in the video, but my tip is to make them each clip, like one of the ground, one of the tree and so on. So then you get much better footage instead of waving your camera around and people at home, they sit like this to try to figure out what you're filming. If you're new to filming, it can be a little challenging in the beginning, so there are other ways to create videos. You can use the movement of the surroundings around you, and that be the tree that is blowing in the wind, a person that's walking in the surroundings, or birds flying around, or bees on a flower. Things like that. You just have to think creative, then you don't have to move the camera, hold it still, and the surroundings creates the video for you. If you just film a branch that's still, or a tree that's still, or me just standing like this, it's very boring. But I move, I gesticulate with my arms. It's more interesting than just standing still, or if you're just filming a still object. So you can still make a video if you're not comfortable with panning, tilting, zooming, pushing, pulling, and stuff like that. If you really want to nail your video, I would learn some editing. Most phones and most apps today have an editing tool, so you can do some light editing, trim the clips, and also put on some music if you don't have a music provider that you can use on YouTube or TikTok and stuff like that. TikTok have music, YouTube have music, Facebook have music. So spend some time in editing. You can also get the music in those editing tools. This next one is more an advice than a method. When you are shooting an object, don't just, okay, done, I'm gonna pan, go to the next one. Spend some time on the object or the location, move your body around, and use different methods with your camera. So many times when I've done it, I've ended up with a different clip than I've originally planned. So spend some time and don't focus on everything in that area. Find one location, object, or something, and focus on that, and then you'll see your clip is gonna be amazing. Another thing when it comes to editing is that the clips usually are too long. So you don't need everything that you filmed in the video. Start trimming down, put on some music, and then play it. See if it works, and if you feel that one of the clip or every clip is too long, just trim it down and play it again and see how it works. This was something I was very guilty of when I started making videos. So then I hope you got some ideas on how you can create your videos. Either you're a beginner or you started a while ago but just needed some tips, advices and methods to evolve. You can use what I've spoken of today with your iPhone or your Samsung or any other brand. It doesn't matter. And if you have an iPhone or a Samsung or another brand, it doesn't matter. What you have works for you. So maybe hit the subscribe button, hit the like, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. My name is Chris. Bye bye.